Hello, welcome to a new unboxing. Today will be a new quadcopter, a micro-size quadcopter. The brand is HUAJUN. Okay, well, maybe it will be branded by a different way in different shops. Well, this one is HUAJUN. Is also called Sword and Shadow 2, and the exact reference is W609. And you have two types of canopy. Well, here is a 10 version, so we use this kind of shape of a kind of spider, and I don't know, an hybridation between spider and an alien. So here is a box. You can find it in red, so I got the red color, the red edition. Here is the quadcopter. Okay, so well, basically I like the design of the, yes, it's more an alien canopy design, if I'm not wrong. Well, you have the large eyes. Well, basically you have some metallic boon. Okay, so well, in kind of old-fashioned. It was the case of all the quadcopter 2 years ago up to, and well, the associate width of the boon are exactly, if I can measure, some 5 millimeters square boon. Okay, so the you have also attached BNAS an excellent 2 megapixel camera. Well, I will enter in detail, and it's shipped with a 4 gigabyte micro SD card. Okay, and you have to plug here, and well, I will explain later in detail this quadcopter. What also you will find this remote control. Well, the chassis is quite cheap, no LCD display. Okay, so all the trimming will be done by sound. Okay, long being in things means, sorry, that you are in central position. Okay, so here is the remote, only light LEDs indicating is powering on. Well, okay, and you have two shoulder buttons. Okay, in fact, to start the recording, you have to press the right shoulder button, while the left is engaging the flips. Okay, usually it's inverted in most of the radio here. Well, you have also two options. If you push the throttle trim up, you can turn on or off the LEDs of the quadcopter, and if you push it down, you are cycling between the two-speed mode, beginner mode by default, and if you press one time, you can hear 2 beep. It means you are entering in expert mode. Only 2-speed dual rate are available. Okay, you will need up to 4 AA batteries to feed the transmitter. What also you will find a bag with 4 spare props, 2 clockwise and 2 counterclockwise. They are the size are quite usual. Okay, it's common with most of the mini size quadcopter. Okay, you will find a bag with an USB charging cable. Okay, ending with this GST connector. Okay, it takes approximately 50 minutes to charge the batteries, and you have also a screwdriver. You have a micro USB SD card reader, okay, to read your recorded movies and photos, and finally this instruction manual. Well, it's a kind of assembling a different element. Well, it's correct. Okay, so at least it's in English. You have all the different elements. You have the list of the spare part at the end, and well, at least you have the calibrations. Everything is okay. So I will return more in detail in this quadcopter. Well, basically the weight. Oh, I forgot also to show the last element. So is the battery, which is already inserted. So to remove, you have to unlock this by turning to the right and push the battery doors front, and you can access finally to the battery doors. So here you will find the batteries, which is a 1-cell cellular LiPo, rated 650 milliampere per hours. No discharge rate indicated. Okay, but it's ending with a GST connector. Okay, so basically, if I lock again This quadcopter scales, I will measure the weight, scales, I will use this box as podium. Okay, this quadcopter without the battery scale 148 gram, 41, and if with the batteries reach 160. Okay, there is no prop guards. Okay, so well, I will say immediately this one, especially in sport mode, got very high pitch angle, so it can be very sporty. Okay, well, I will reinsert now the batteries. Okay, because I will turn and to show you how nice are the LEDs. So wow, this one is got a very good night flight capacities. I will show immediately. So okay, and also there is a switch, so this is a very good point. I like when quadcopter got a switch, because sometimes it's very hard to insert the LiPo. This one got one. So as you can see, you have a nice LEDs, white for front, green for rear. That's nice. And well, if you turn on the transmitter, you have these 2 beeps emitted, but to harm the quadcopter you need to push up and down. Okay, and the LEDs, the green of the eyes, become solid. So now it's harm. Okay, so usually to calibrate your gyroscope, usually you have to push both sticks in lower left position, and the LEDs start to blink very fast. It means that the calibration is done. So now it's well calibrated. So as I said, you can turn on and off the LEDs by pushing up the throttle trim. Okay, and if you press again up, it will turn on again. Okay, the right shoulder button is used to turn on and off the camera. Okay, if I'm pressing, you will see that it will turn to red. It means it's recording. Okay, so if I press again, it will stop recording. Actually, there is no possibility to take only pictures. Well, maybe there is one, but I don't know. It is not written on the documentations. Well, so here is the basic function of this quadcopter. You have also a flip if you press the left shoulder button, and if you long press on it, you activate the headless function. Well, actually, it's a course lock. Okay, so it's not arm lock. It means that the headless is fixed on the current orientation of your trajectory. Okay, so well, it's good to close range, not very efficient for long range. Well, what I can say about it, well, the motors of this quadcopter are 7mm by 20mm. Well, they are not the biggest size, the biggest coreless motors you can find in the market, which are usually at 8.5mm by 20, but they are 6 because it's an hexacopter. Well, I found there is no ball bearing installed. It's basic bronze bushing, and the size is quite unusual. If I'm not wrong, there are 5mm for the outer diameters. There are 2.5mm for the inner one, and there are 2mm for the width. So it's uncommon size, I think, but it will be possible to find some spare to replace the 1, 2. So you have to replace 10 ball bearings. Okay, by this new format. What I can say. What I like, I can say a word about the radio frequency. It's used the XN297, which is actually very used in a lot of cheap quadcopter like this one. Well, it's more or less now compatible with the NRF24L1, and the good news, we can expect probably one day to be compatible with Deviation TX. It means that we'll be able to fly with another transmitter. I think it will be possible. Well, what I like also is the ground clearance of the landing feet. Well, you can probably, if you want, remove the camera and install a more FPV platform. I think if you can remove some weight, because just the top part canopy scale 10 grams. So, and if you remove both top part and bottom part, all the red, the beautiful design, okay, but you can save close to 20 grams, and it will be possible to use it at the basic FPV platform, carrying a camera for people who are looking for modes, such kind of toys, quadcopter. Okay, so I will make a small demo flight indoors. I will return in beginner mode. You heard only one beep, and a hard quadcopter. So it's very touchy. Okay, I will recalibrate the gyroscope. Because, okay, now it's recalibrated. So the yaw rate is correct, not fantastic, and well, it's a little bit noisy, and even in the beginner mode it's already at some very good pitch, so I won't abuse of this expert mode indoors. You will see my outdoors video, how good is it, but I feel some drawbacks. It's lacking of vertical punch. You don't feel a lot of thrust in each motor, because maybe they only use some 7mm motors. Well, but anyway, it can be very sporty and fast, but don't expect to jump into altitude very fast. It's not the case. Maybe you will need to remove some weight. One possibility is to remove this motor protection. You can save maybe close to 2 grams for each motors, which is not bad. So if you remove such plastic element for design, you probably have much more vertical punch. One word about the range was okay. I strongly advise to install the internal antenna vertically. It will favorize the horizontal plane propagations, and you will extend the range in the horizontal plane largely more than 70-80 meters. Okay, so that's a good point. One word about also the camera. I was very surprised by the quality of this camera, and also it's a jello-free platform. That's a good news. You will see on my orders video, you don't have any jello out of the box. That's great, and because you don't have any specific shock absorber to vibration, so you can really even have a perfect situation if you install a small piece of foam between the battery doors and the camera. Okay, the lens is, you can adjust the lens, that's a good point. One point, the lens mount is 5.8mm large. It means that I don't know yet if there is a wide lens available for such tiny size of lens mounts. That's maybe the pro con. The bad point of this camera module. Anyway, the flying duration, well, with my battery was a little bit short, but I know some other got 7 minutes with this 650 mAh battery. Personally, I got only 5 minutes, so I'm assuming that my battery was a little bit damaged, or so. The good news, you can probably install some other spare battery, but you will need to mod them to include a GST connector. Okay, so to resume and to conclude, what I like with this quadcopter, the design first, the excellent camera platform. For me is one of the best cheap HD camera module available in the market. I like how sporty can be outdoors, okay, but what I don't like is the lack of vertical punch this quadcopter. Well, maybe it's linked also with my battery, because since I got only 5 minutes, maybe the discharge rate, my battery is a little bit damaged, and finally don't discharge not a lot of as it should be. Okay, so I will end this unboxing, and very quick testing, please watch my outdoors video test of this quadcopter. It's very cheap. You can find it for something like around $60, including shipping. So it's really a big competitor to the GGRC H12C, and it's an hexacopter, okay? And it can be used for tiny FPV projects, okay? You have a nice landing gear, so I feel that it can be used for this goal. Okay, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please submit. If you like my channel, please subscribe. Bye-bye.